Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with a 678 metre main straight heading into turn 1, Tarzan Corner. And on that straight with DRS open, that'll be the best overtaking opportunity on this track.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Formula 4 Racing. I'm your host, Simi Skate. Well, by my lonesome again, as usual this season. Of course, missing my good old mate. Hello there, Housey, if you're listening, buddy. Hello, mate. I hope you're doing well. Big shout out to him. A bit under the weather at the moment. A few boys in the Aussie division got COVID. And waiting on one more to join, of course. Scotty is not appearing. And I'm just going to get these boys to ready up. Excuse me. Just bear with us for 1 second, guys. Okay, the message has gone out. I do apologise. CPI Hayden. Oh, I wonder if that... We'll put that up again for him. There he is there. How are you, mate? I wonder if that is an old head that I used to know. Didn't go by that name. Same last name, that Hayden, of course, but used to be the Vapor. The Vapor Hayden. I wonder if it's the same one. But anyway, welcome. Follower number 300. And yes, Formula 4, well, Formula 4 Racing. This is the Aussie division. You guessed it. We are at Zandvoort, following the real boys, of course, and looking forward to this one. Yes, like I said, only 15. Scotty, well, he's meant to be here. He's not here yet. And, of course, he can join through qualifying. But the boys all know what the go is. And we'll get this one underway, of course. Well, better them than me. Have a look at it. Zandvoort in the wet. Woohoo! That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Unless you're... Oh, yes, that is him. It is Hayden. How are you, mate? It's been ages, man. Of course, I am Simi Skate. Used to own the PBE back in the day, my friend. And, yeah, well, that's going back quite a while. But, yes, welcome. Good to see you here. And, well, the Aussie boys, well, I'll tell you what... They're probably spewing at the moment with that rain falling from the sky here at Zandvoort. Just waiting for the final load-in, of course. And, well, as we know this and love this game, the load-ins can be a bit tricky. So we'll just wait a little bit, of course. And, yeah, well, we're at Zandvoort here, folks. 14 corners. Yeah, yes, Hayden. It certainly is, mate. And, well, welcome to the stream, my friend. Yes, we've got a European stream to follow this one. That is at 8 p.m. BST, excuse me. And, yeah, that's following this one. Probably about 9 hours after we go off air. Of course, Bloom and All Shot Down, or AKA Diggle, will be your hosts for that one. Doing a stellar job this season, of course. Like I said, unfortunately, running with 15 at the moment. A lot of the boys got COVID. Well, allegedly, and, well, here they are now. This is what we got to play with, so I do apologise, folks. I'm a big advocate for a full grid, full lobby, but you just can't pluck them out of thin air when everyone's crook, so just bear with us, folks. Yes, so tabbed out on track, of course. The young fella, well, he gave up his full-time seat, of course, did the young fella, and he's back in reserve capacity. Has got some speed, of course, and looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, in the game, you're going to see the boys, well, hug that turn 3 inside line. Not like in the real thing how it is at the moment with the the real life guys going all the way around the outside. Does not work in the game. Does not work in the game. At the moment, it's just explore. Let's just see where that grip is. Let's just see what's going on. And hopefully these boys can sort themselves out, of course. Yes, tabbed out there. First one to blink, folks. And well, while this is all sort of going round and round, let me just do an audio check in the background. I'll be back with you in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Audio seemed to be okay. Just turned up the game audio just a slight little smidge. Tabbed out there on track, getting himself underway. Of course, you're going to see this one line up. Purple, purple, purple. And, well, there you go, of course. First one to blink. And, yes, he will be the benchmark, of course. Now, well, there's a couple of ways you can tackle a wet qualifying session, folks. Of course, you just put the fuel in the car and circulate. Is the best way to go about it. As the fuel drops off and you get more confidence where the grip is, you just seem to, hook up the lap a hell of a lot more than what you would just trying to do a one lap flyer or, a couple lap flyer. Of course, yes, we have got rid of, if you're new to us, of course, folks, yes, we have got rid of the full qualifying. There is no point to it in this game, of course, yes, being on a full qualifying. You can start on any tyre you choose. It's not like how it used to be with the Q2 set, of course, and, well, sort of a bit of a waste of time and, yeah, not really feeling that mode sort of these days, of course, yes, and who is next? Might be Milligains. I just missed it. There you go, Milligains with a 1:19.7. Tab got us underway with a 1:19.1. Chasey Dane goes whack with a 20.8. Johnny M4 getting himself underway, and Bopton about to set his time of a 19.7. I tell you what, folks, Bopton of late, being a pot 4 driver, has come alive. He's starting to show the pace that we know he's got. And good to see from him. Your guy, JC, there he is there, getting himself underway. Macedonian in the final sector. Well, he's going around that beautiful banked corner, and Fury is in front of him. Fury might need to go again. Oh, it's a 20.0 from Fury Strat. We'll jump back down to Macedonian, who just set a 19.9. Not too shabby at all, as it looks like there is a Samsung of Suicide 5. Yes, and as I did touch on, if you are new to us, that is the Samsung livery. We do run the multiplayer livery. There are teams. That is Team Samsung. That is Team Castrol, of course. And 2-5, a bit of an excursion. Chasey Dane, that is Team Marlboro. And of course, well, there's only one Puma. That is it there, Bopton. Well, what's going on with the Puma boys? A bit of an orgy session, maybe, quite possibly. But it's disgusting. As Team Mac Attack out there, JPS, that is Team JPS. And, yeah, exactly right, Zerks. Exactly right, mate. But that's okay. That's okay. A lot of them are sick, allegedly. And a lot of them, well, Miller, Scotty's meant to be here, but, mate, he's not here. If you know where Scotty is, send him a message and tell him to get his ass in the grid. As Suicide 5, well, there you go. As we're going to stay with him, of course. Yes, the Samsung driver. And, well, he's going through the end of the second sector, start of the third sector. That is the livery, folks. That is what it looks like. Well, I don't know, Zerks. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'll just roll with it, mate. Just roll with it. I'm not a doctor. I am not their father, mother, or guardian. They're old enough and stupid enough to make stupid decisions. Well, that's their problem. As we go through and Suicide 5, a.k.a. Missed Altitude, a 20.2 to get himself underway, of course. Blue Dog, well, there he is there in the pit lane, and Tactical in the pit lane as well. I just missed T-Mac Attack. Oh, yes, I certainly did. One of the new kids on the block, a 20.1, did impress on debut last week, of course. And, well, there you go. Dino had a struggle this season. I'm all in his corner, folks. I need him to get it home. Of course, he's starting to find his form of late. Dino's a great driver. He's just struggled a little bit, as what a lot of people have on the 2022 game. And, well, we'll just see how Dino progresses. Wet session, and, well, he'll just want to get a time under his belt, of course. Yet to see the Blue Dog. Now, a bit of history on the Blue Dog. Now, Blue Dog is the pot 3 current, well, reigning champion, of course. Absolutely loves a wet session, does the Blue Dog. And, well, if that's anything to go by, Dino, well, we purpling sector 2, excuse me. I'll tell you what, this rev thingo is... yeah, I think so, Zerks. Everyone wants to... Of course, I'm not going to touch on his points tally at the moment, but Dino, let's just see what he can set. It's a 1 minute 19.5. That's a lot better, Dino. Good to see, mate. P6 for now. JC purpling the first sector, of course. Well, he has impressed, as I did touch on. He's one of the new kids, not relatively new, but he did join late last season, of course. Has impressed since he's been on board, of course. He's a pot 2 Samsung driver out there on another lap. So we'll just keep an eye on that. There is Chasey Dane out there. Not too sure what is Chasey doing. Well, he's up. on his previous best. And I tell you what, this is the Aussie admin. He's been working a hell of a lot lately. Haven't even heard from him. And, of the last couple of weeks. And here he goes, Chasey Dane, whack, 19.7, P9. Bopped on an outlap, getting himself underway. And that will be the young fella of Tabbed. What's he going to do? Throw that one in the pit lane as old Footy Bender still in the garage. So it will be your guy, JC, will be next. And it is away. There it is, a 118.4. Not too shabby at all, my friend. T-Mac attack in that second sector, and I do believe that might be tactical getting himself underway. It certainly is. So this session's about to fire up. Boys put a new fresh set of inters on. Got yellow flags in Sector 1. Not too sure why. Everyone seems to be moving on the track map. But who is furthest along? We'll go down to, that might be, T-Mac attack. Is he going again? We'll just keep an eye on this. No, he's not. He's going in the pit lane. 2-5, the Mamba. Well, I tell you what, folks, this is a pot 1 driver. He's down the bottom. He hasn't really set a representative time just yet. We'll keep an eye on him, of course. Blue Dog, old Bender, still in the pit lane. Very, very unusual from them. As there is, who was that? Macedonian in the pit lane, of course. And Chasey Dane, is he going again? Not too sure. Bopton will be next, though, as Bopton comes around the last corner. Oh, well, no worries, Kiwi. Well, maybe I can't be bothered keeping your seat open anymore. That's all good, brother, as Dino retires. Oh, it's on track. It's on track. There you go. So, it's exactly right there, Choftas. And Dino, well, he's qualified P9, but no, he's in the wall. He's done, as this session is starting to ramp up. As Johnny M4 out there on track, set a 1 minute 19.780. And well, I mean, yeah. There you go. Oh, he slowed right up. Don't know what Johnny's doing there at the moment. But we'll flick back down. There is a couple of cars out on track. Tabbed making himself another appearance, of course. Milligains, well, that is a lot slower than he has been before, of course. And, this might just be, he's not using his battery, so yes, he will go again, of course. Maybe just preparing the car quite nicely, of course, getting those tyres in that window to clear as much water as they possibly can. And, here he comes, Milligains, as, let's just see what he can do, of course. Yes, he is the championship leader at the moment. And while I've got you guys here, we'll stay with Millie, of course, leading the championship. I'll bring up these, the standings for everybody at home, of course. Milligains leading this one at the moment on 120 points. Close behind him is your guy, JC, on 101. And not too far behind him is Mr. 25. Of course, pot 1 is Milligains, 2-5, Tactical Fury and Rip the Beans. They are the order. They are in the championship as well. Pot 2 is your guy JC, Macedonian, Scotty, T-Mac Attack, and Dino. Well, the top 3 are very close, except Scotty's missing. Don't know where Scotty is this week. He said he is racing, but he's not here. Broken Reptile, got COVID. Suicide 5 out there. This is pot 3, folks. Blue Dog as well. Crazy Kiwi, not here. Can't be bothered racing. Pretty ordinary from him. And Brad Tay, who is away, of course. So this one here is between Broken Reptile, Suicide 5, and Blue Dog at the moment. Of course, yes, they are the top 3 in pot 3. And pot 4, Bopton, number 1 spot. Johnny M4, P2. Footy Bender in P3, Chasey Dane in P4, and Ty Star rounding out pot 4. As we welcome Junior. Junior is in the chat, folks. And Milligains, on pole with a 118.2. Not too bad at all, Millie. As Suicide 5 is out there. He's going quicker. Macedonian out there as well. Who is furthest along? So we might pick up Fury. It certainly is. Fury out there. Tactical's behind him. So we're going to keep an eye on Fury here, folks. As, let's just see what he can do, of course. Yes, come back in the fold. Was with me in the commentary box. And, a seat opened up. And I said to him, you can have it if he wants it. He took it. And whack, 18.9. P4 from him. As there is another one out there. That is your guy, JC, the Samsung Wowie. An 18.245. I tell you what. As he come alive, and we've just seen an appearance from the Blue Dog out there on track. It might be Suicide 5. Who is next, though? and he crosses the line right now, an 18.9. These times are starting to ramp up as the boys are getting more and more confident. Old Footy Bender makes an appearance, and about to get himself underway. Johnny M4, let's see. Oh, he's going in the pit lane, of course, and that might be, it might be Chasey Dane who is next, unless Millie is going again. We'll keep an eye on Millie against. No, he's slower, definitely slower, and he might put this one in the pit lane, of course. Yes, absolutely. 2-5 out on track. Currently P3 with an 18.3. Just come back out. And Tab, the young fella, about to go, well, he's maybe made a mistake. In the pit lane he goes. And a bit of a reset from him. Macedonian out on track, of course. Yes, the Pot 2 driver, P2 in that Pot 2 championship. And let's just see how he goes, of course. Yes, Blue Dog. Where is Blue Dog? There he is. He's about to cross the line, a 19.5. P11 from him. And where is the Bender? There he is there. Yet to set a time at the moment. And let's just see how Bender goes, of course. Well, he's come back to the game. He's had some time away. And he's starting to find his confidence now, which is pretty good, folks. Looking forward to seeing how he progresses a bit later on in the season, of course. Let's just see what he can do. We'll bring him to the line, of course. Yet to set a time is the Bender. T-Mac Attack still in the pit lane with a 1 minute 20.1. But let's just see what Bender can do. It is a 19.2 P10. Yeah, well, I heard it there first. Absolutely there, Droft. Bender could be on for a top 15 today. Yeah, absolutely. It's killing me looking at that number, though, mate. I'm telling you. 50. Oh, 2-5. Why are we? He gathered the car, but very, very lucky. He's going to need to go again. This time's clicking down. Currently P3 at the moment. Well, how come only... Well, if you ask Crazy Kiwi couldn't be bothered racing, so maybe might not be bothered having a seat here much longer, because that's pretty ordinary from him. T-Mac Attack, 15. Well, no reserves available. Some drivers are away. One has COVID, and one cannot be asked. That's exactly well put, Troftas. Well put, mate. Well put. I see Crazy Kiwi's got his knee pads out on every other league, though. So good to see the Kiwi doing his thing. But, yeah, couldn't be bothered. That was from Crazy Kiwi. We'll have a bit of a chat with him after this one. But he knows it's coming. So, Bender, let's just see what's going on. And, well, it's a slow lap at the moment. We might have been a bit of a charge. And let's just see how he progresses. There is a... Excuse me, I just missed who that was. It might have been Millie getting himself underway, of course. And the young fella in Tabbed getting himself underway again. And there he is there, of course. Yes, Bopton out on track. Now, Pot 4 bloke doing a very... Woo-hoo-hoo. The Bop Toonie looking good out there at the moment. As we'll flick back up to the Mumba, the 2-5. He's just crossed the line. Well, he's struggling at the moment in these conditions. We'll stay with the Bop, because there he is coming around turn 14. And let's just see how he goes. Of course, well, Bopton at the moment, P7. 1 at 19.0 and whack. There you go. Is he in pro? Bopton with an 18 point. I tell you what, it's that is relevant. Relevant? Relevant? Bopton putting in all the time, putting in all the practice. He was never a slow driver. Just 2021 did not agree with him. Excuse me. And yeah, he's come back out and he's just on form. And he's doing a great job for the Pot 4 driver. And, well, it is awesome to see. 2-5 retiring in the garage, of course. Johnny M4 out there on track. 2-5 dead. 2-5 dead. Okay, 2-5 dead. I missed that. I do apologise. As here comes Johnny M4, currently on a 119.278. I reckon he can beat this, folks. I reckon he can beat this. Let's just see how he goes. He was up at that second sector. He, not in the garage. He binned it. Okay. And Johnny M4 does improve. P10, 119.079 from him. Old Footy Bender, there he is there in Sector 1. So I'm tipping that might be Fury, and whack! An 18.1. P1 for now for Fury. Excuse me. Well, we're talking about liveries wasted. How about people's time being wasted there, Xerxes? Oh, you know, we commentate here. We're here doing a job, and there's only 15 of them. Oh well, that's okay. The boys who rocked up, they're all good boys. Blue Dog, I don't know what he's doing out there, mate, but he's dreaming, if he's thinking, he's going to do a lap on the softs. Don't know, the rain's still falling from the sky, and that is all she wrote. That is the qualifying session done and dusted. Excuse me, Millie Games did retake pole. I do apologise. I am by myself here, folks, and I am going to miss a few things. I do apologise. I've got so many things happening in the background. Fury will take P2. Your guy, JC, let's see if he can improve, because he is the next across the line, and let's just see what he can do. Let's just see, can he knock him off? Woohoo! He has, he split him! Your guy, JC, P2. Excuse me. Milligain's P1. That is our top three. Tactical Genius out on track. Very, very close to his previous first sector. Oh, there you go. He's almost level pegging. Needs a monumental last sector here, folks. If he's going to have any, any doing on that front row, currently on the second row, is Tactical. And not too sure what the weather is like for the race, folks. Hopefully for this slot, it is very, very dry. But, well, here comes Tac. And let's just see what he sets. It's a 118.6 P4 for now. That is quali done and dusted. Chasey Dane does improve. P11, Suicide 5 in the pit lane. Old Footy Bender. He's slower, very, very much slower. And he will not improve on that lap. And that is qualifying. Done and dusted, folks. We have our running order. And we're going to get this one underway in just a moment. There you go, folks. That is it. And that is the running order for qualifying. Done and dusted. Much of the same, please. Milligains on top, as he has been all season, pretty much. Doing a great job. P2, your guy, JC. P3, Mr. Fury Strat. That is pretty much how they finished last... Oh, excuse me. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. Excuse me. Tactical Genius, P4. Tabbed P5 with the Jamaica flag. Oh, Jamaica, man. As 2-5, P6, Bopton P7, Johnny M4, P8, Suicide 5, 9, and Macedonian is rounding out our top 10. Bad luck, Pie supporters. Had to throw that one in, Masso. Chasey Dane, 11th. Old Footy Bender, 12th. Blue Dog, 13th. Dino, 14th. And T-Mac Attack in 15th. Can't hear me in the comms room. There you go, Pills. Where are we?
Hello, mate.
How are you,
mate?
Pills? Oh, I tell you what, he's here. And, well, I hope I wasn't on mute that whole bloody time. Could you hear me? I'm pretty sure you could hear me because I was...
I can hear you on stream, just not in the in here, unfortunately.
Well, rookie error there, Pills. Rookie error by me, mate. But welcome, buddy. Welcome. And, yes, we are here at Zandvoort, my friend. And, well, this is a track, of course, Pills, Season 2. I don't know if you remember.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. Right.
Righto. As we wait for this final load-in, Mac Attack reaping the dragon. Well, reaping the dragon. Repping the dragon. Oh, yes. Of course you would have spotted that. The Welsh flag, of course. Yes, the new Portonian. Oh, he doesn't miss a trick, does he? Does not miss a trick. We've got a countdown clock happening, and we'll get to this formation lap very, very, very shortly, folks. Do apologise. The only 15 running, fewer away, and one cannot be bothered. So we'll get this one all sorted. Okay, so they're on the grid. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Yeah, well, I mean, Droft. Anyway, Millie Gaines, there he is there, leader of the pack yet again here at Zandvoort. Your guy, JC, doing a gun of a job this season, it must be said. Must be said. Great on him, good on him. Mr. Fury Strat, ooh, back in the fold. Let's have a bring up these tyres as well to see what the boys have done. And there you go, the top 10 all on the medium. Tactical genius, there he is there, the JPS Pot 1 driver in 4th position at the moment. And there you go, tabbed. Well, tabbed, there he is there on the medium as well, in reserve livery. 2-5, the Mamba. There he is there, the Pot 1 cash draw boy, and Bop Tooney. I'll tell you what, the 2 Pot 4s, Johnny M4 and Bopton punching well above their weight, and he's great to see. As Johnny M4, there he is there, the other Castrol driver in P8. Suicide 5 in P9. The Samsung driver just warming up those boots, getting himself ready for the start of this one. Macedonian, there he is there in P10. Got his teammate, Chasey Dane, who is the Pot 4 current reigning champion, is Mr. Chasey Dane. In there in 11. Oh, interesting to note, he's gone the way of the soft. The soft will not last around here. Maybe he knows something I don't know. I'm not too sure. The old footy bender looking to go long in this one. Well, why wouldn't you? Down the very back of the pack. He's trying to maximise this one. Go a hard medium, of course. The Blue Dog there in P13 on the medium. And absolutely Dino there in 14th. And Dino looking, well, everyone's praying for you to get this one to the flag, Dino. You can do it, son. And 14th. And T-Mac Attack rounds out this grid as Pills makes another appearance. And I'll have to share my screen, won't I, Pills?
You will indeed, mate. You will indead. What's this about Season 2 anyway? What are you going on about? Season 2?
Remember we were here and... hang on. That one. There we go. Okay. Hang on, Pills. We'll get to that in a minute. We've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We have 5 lights. And we're going here at Zandvoort. Well, are we? No, we're not. The lights are out. The cars are there. Bit of a delay, but we are finally go. Great start by Millie. Look at JC on the inside. So far, so good, Pills. There's only 15, so it want to be. And absolutely cleanly by everybody at the start of this race.
Yeah, obviously Milligane's getting a good initial launch, but your guy JC coming down the inside into Tarzan on Milligane's, but Milligane's just holding that P1 position. A little bit further back, we've got Tactical Genius under the pump at the moment as well, I believe. And obviously we've got the reserves showing pretty good pace as well. We've tabbed up there, obviously hoping that he can actually finish a race this week.
Well, absolutely, and Mr. Fury Strat has been jumped at the start. Tactical got by him, of course. He was starting P4. He's now up into 3rd place. Now, Milliganes is trying to stretch his legs. What's going on towards the back? Johnny M4, Suicide 5. What's going on? Suicide 5, a severe collision with Johnny M4. As your guy, JC, well, he's just got a, well, pretty much of the same. If you remember last week, was leading the bulk of it, of course. Finished in P2, of course, from behind his teammate, Mr. Fury Strat, and Tactical Genius was there and thereabouts, as well as Scotty. And, well, Macedonian, well, he's starting to drop off. He's just dropped out of that DRS zone there. And, well, Fury will be loving that. That was job done from Fury. And his idea is to keep within that DRS zone, Pills, and really start making end grounds on the guys up the front.
Yeah, definitely. Just a quick one on your side. Can you enlarge your screen for me?
Oh, yes. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is playing.
There you go.
You want that one?
I do. That'll do, mate. It's fine. It's bigger than what it was.
I can't see the other one because the other one was Streamlabs. That's all right. We'll do this and we'll go it this way.
Fine. But yeah, obviously Macedonia needs to just pick up the pace. He was under the pump from tabbed, unfortunately for him. But yeah, obviously Johnny M4 in the pit lane at the moment. Other than that, it's kind of settled down. Obviously Milligane's trying to stretch his legs and needs to, obviously, to break out 1 second. So your guy JC doesn't get that DRS on him, as it is probably going to be overpowered down that main straight.
Absolutely.
He out 1 second.
Well, Chasey Dane and, T-Mac Attack, they all started on the soft compound. Those two did. Tracy Dane has gone up to P11 at the moment. And, well, Pills, the soft doesn't like it around here, Pills. It doesn't like it. I don't think he's going to get many more laps out of that set anyway. Excuse me, albeit, yes, we are on lap 3 of 36. Excuse me. But you'll probably get maybe a good 8 to 10 laps of prime tyre life. After that, they're done. They are absolutely done. I did see someone the other day stretch them till about 12, 13 laps, and they just couldn't stop the car. The car was skating all over the place. But we'll pick this one back up. Your guy, JC, has been passed by Tactical. I do apologise, folks. I have missed that one. But Tactical up into P2, if you don't mind. And he does not want Millie to go there, Pills. He doesn't want him to go. He's trying to reel him in.
He is indeed. Obviously, your guy JC must have made a bit of a big mistake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
To obviously fall back behind Tactical, so he had a bit of a buffer. But yeah, obviously Tactical now in that DRS, and this middle DRS straight is just a pain when you're out in front and you want to stretch out that 1 second just because you need the last sector of dreams, and if you don't get it, then obviously you're just in trouble every lap then.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, though.
He's going to be under the pump, but Tactical's blown his DRS.
That's what I was just about to say. But he's got DRS and he's done everything to catch. And well, Milligane's just banking his, of course, and that's what you got to do, folks. Of course, at a twisty, tight circuit like this. Well, the regeneration, you would think it would be high, but it is not. You are very rarely on the brake pedal around here, folks. There's a lot of lift, yes, a lot of lift, but that does not create battery regen. And, well, Tab's out, Tab's out, Tab's out. What's happened to Tabbed?
I don't even know what that is.
What? DNF? There he is there.
Well, I don't understand that. His car's absolutely... I don't understand. I mean, I've got no words. I mean, you know, if your car's got 4 wheels on and it's drivable, unfortunately. So for him, I mean, right now, that's poor showing. But let's go back to the front. Obviously, 7.5 tenths is the gap from Milliganes to Tactical. Obviously, I want Milliganes to be doing the business for my side of things and for the team side of things, but he is doing really, really well. Obviously, holding out Tactical with that in that DRS range, and they've obviously dropped your guy JC out of the DRS, and Fury Strat is on the back. So, be interesting to see if those guys switch. If Fury has got a bit more pace in there than your guy JC there, Gav.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, and well, your guy JC has impressed. He really has, and I have said that quite a number of times. Bopton has dropped a couple of positions. Macedonian has started to come alive. He's all over the number here. And this is Marlboro versus Castrol. And, well, 2-5 filling the pump a little bit. He does have the Masso man right behind him. And Dino, well, Dino's come alive too. Because Dino's right behind Old Footy Bender. And Old Footy Bender in P8 at the moment. As we'll get this one underway. 2-5 has just stretched. I'll tell you what, he stretched his legs a little bit. He must like that second sector, but... well, for my eyes, I reckon Macedonian creeps up a little bit more in the third sector, so could be a setup thing here, Pills.
It could be, obviously. It's going to be some, but obviously set up for that straight and that straight alone, like a Red Bull, effectively. There'll be some like your Mercs and, you know, taking it from real life, like your Mercs at the south, but it's more set up for the middle sector. But obviously, if you can't get the job done down the straight, then you're not going to get it done in the middle sector. It's just too tight. You can see it there. I mean, it is B6 width of tarmac, and then you find yourself on the grass. So this is obviously key now. Fury Strat has overtaken your guy JC, and Bopton's gotten past the Masso man. So moves being made.
Absolutely, moves are being made absolutely everywhere. And Dino was trying to make a move here on Old Footy Bender. There is nowhere to pass, though, here, Pills. Absolutely nowhere to pass. You have to wait till, well, pretty much Sector 3. You can get away with a little pass, little sneaky move in Sector 2, but it's Sector 3, Sector 1. They're the passing opportunities, of course, into the chicane and into Turn 1. They're your best places to make the move. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. The game of patience, of course, yes. Some guys get a bit, a bit antsy, don't they, Pills? And want to make the move where it's just not warranted. But these boys, so far, so good. Dino just holding stations, waiting for that right opportunity. Of course, Old Footy Bender, one of 2 cars out there on the hard compound. And he is one. T-Mac Attack is the other, of course. And, well, there you go. Let me just flick down. I've got to see what's happening in the Streamlabs world. get this back up there as, well, Joftas, a bit of an explanation there on what's going on with Tabbed, and, well, that'll be it for him too. So there's two bites of dust there, Pills. Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one that couldn't be bothered is pathetic. And obviously, I thought Tab got over his little petulance as well. So you want to keep yourself impartial, but when it's happening like that, and you guys have got a 15 anyway, I mean, there's absolutely no need. I mean, as a reserve, you want to prove yourself. He was a full-time, went to reserve, wanted to prove himself, just clearly hasn't. So, but I mean, the main thing is we've got still 14 out on track that are doing the business for us. Obviously, one on the hards at the moment with Team Mac Attack. Was that two? With the old footy bender. So a couple of guys going along. And it'd be interesting to see what those guys can do towards the back end of the race. Obviously on fresher and faster rubber than what some of the other guys around them will be.
Absolutely, and oh, it's getting spicy here. Bender trying to make a move here on Macedonian, and well, Dino's ready to pounce. Have a look at this, Pills. I think this is where the action is, mate. This is where we're going to sit. This has been brewing for a couple of laps, and if you don't mind, Bopton has started to check out a little bit. He's caught right back up to the 2.5, and he's gapped Macedonian. Macedonian's a bit of a cork in the bottle here, Pills.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what's going on with Macedonia's car. We have got yellows. I think that is Johnny M4. Unless Mass has had an incident or, you know, the tyre pressures just aren't right. He's overheating them through Sector 2. Obviously just can't get him back into the range where he wants them. As Old Footy Bender thought was going to have a little look. But just didn't hold off. Chasey Dane obviously having a little butchers on Blue Dog.
Yeah, Blue Dog just
done there.
Well, Blue Dog just got by Chasey Dane. He just did, and well, the Chasey Dane must be feeling the pinch of that 7-lap-old soft compound right about now. I reckon this is when they start to die, Pills. And Blue Dog on that longevity of the medium, he's just breezed by him, and look at him start to put some distance in between him and Chasey Dane at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be predominantly exit speed. Obviously, Chasey Dane won't have any grips. Obviously, have any purchase to fire out the corners like
whoa!
Wheels. So.
Bender's around. Oh, very lucky, Dino. I'll tell you what, when you got some luck, it happens. Dino just missed him. And Dino can sit after Macedonian. Old Footy Bender, that little bit of a spin has thrown him down behind Chasey Dane on the hard compound in P11, if you don't mind. And he'll be spewing. He'll be doing everything he can to make this hard medium strat work, of course. Pills, as you know, mate, you know yourself, this game is very different to what yesteryear's game was. 21, 20, you name it. Very, very different regarding how you approach a race here regarding the tyres. F1 2021, yep. F1 2020, even F1 2019, you could push, go to woe. Here is more. This game especially.
You've got to feather your tyres.
That's right.
On this game.
Absolutely, you've got to treat them as a stint, and you've really got to look after them. You cannot do quali laps every lap. It just doesn't work. And well, the boys have finally worked that one out, and well, Dino has really caught up to Masso here, mate.
Yeah, he definitely has. Macedonia clearly is struggling with something on that Marlboro car, which really isn't ideal, but. The main thing is he's still got all four wheels on his wagon, so points to points. Bopton obviously must be sweating this out. I haven't seen a performance like this from him ever, so he must have been putting in the hours this week. But obviously the lone Puma must be doing.
He's doing a great job.
At the moment.
last week, Bopton, I do believe finished 5th or 6th, I can't remember. He was up there again, and he has been putting in the time as the Boptoonie, and it is paying off, and he's paying off in spades. I'll tell you what, that is a pot 4 chasing a pot 1. Do you believe that? That's unbelievable.
It's just amazing how this game works sometimes. It's track dependent for some people, but Bopton's saving that ERS as well. So
it certainly is.
ERS a slap at 2.5 as well. So I'm fully expecting a move to be coming soon from Boptoonie.
Absolutely, mate. It's brilliant to see. It's always the rewarding thing when it comes to league racing, the progress of the lads. And, well, I mean, he was never no slouch, as I have touched on. But Macedonian, he's shaping up Dino. And Dino, well, he's a little bit behind Bopton at the moment, but Dino just got to keep her going. And he's doing a great job. Let's just check out what's happening on the back of the field. Old Footy Bender trying to make amends after that little early mishap. And, well, he's got Chasey Dane for company in front of him. Chasey on 9-lap-old softs. Well, he's just got no grip. Look at it. Look at it. He's got no grip. He's tiptoeing around there. Bender on the hard compound sends it on the inside. Excuse me. And that is job done. Well,
Yeah, that just goes to show those softs are absolutely useless. I mean, they're useless at every track on this game. It was like the
Yeah.
hards last game. They were
Yeah,
useless.
absolutely.
So, I mean, it's worth a risk if you're outside, maybe trying to go soft, medium. But at the moment, it's just not paying off.
No,
It's
definitely not.
It's just not working at all. So, I mean, mediums, hards are probably the way to go at pretty much every track, unless you can keep it, unless it's like a Monaco where you can go softs and just try and hold it out.
Oh, what's happened down the back there? There is a slow Samsung. Who is that?
That's Fury Trap. That's Fury Trap.
Oh, he's got no nose. Fury's made a mistake. Fury has made a mistake. And there he's there. He's got some, he's getting off the racing line. Not trying to impede anybody. Good job, Fury. Well done, mate. And he knows what's going on, which promotes Dino and Bopton, and 2-5 up one. 2-5 up in a fourth. Bopton, fifth. Dino, sixth. Great stuff, Dino. Macedonian, there he is there, just getting by Fury. As Fury will have to box and get a new front wing, of course. And let's just see how this one pans out. Well, gaps have stabilised. This is the gap to watch, though, here, Pills. I think it is between Blue Dog and old Footy Bender and Bopton and 2-5.
Bopton with 100% ERS. I mean, it's ridiculous ERS, David, from Bopton. And, you know, all respect to him for doing this, because he is putting 2-5 under enormous amount of pressure.
Absolutely.
And, you know, this move's coming sooner rather than later. He needs to get this done because he clearly has the pace on 2-5 as well to get going. So the quicker he can get through, the easier it'll be for the last part of this race for him. Obviously, 24 laps left to go. Fury with a 5-second penalty. But 24 laps to go. I fully expect Bopster to be sending this in the next few laps and trying to push away.
Absolutely there, Pills, as Fury in the pit lane, getting that new nose, as we did touch on, and away he goes, a brand new set of hard compound, and he will make it to the end there, Pills. Looking to go long, of course, on this stint. Look at this, old Footy Bender, the Blue Dog, both on, well, one on mediums, well, towards the end of the medium life, of course, one on the hard compound, and let's just see, we're going to see some action in the pit lane very soon, Pills. I reckon another 4-5 laps tops, and I reckon everyone would have boxed. But let's just see how this goes, because these boys, well, they are no slouches. They know each other very, very, very well, and well, they've raced with each other for many game cycles, and I reckon they would be absolutely enjoying this. And Bender tormenting the Blue Dog giving him what for? Of course, missing Brad Tay at the moment, and if you're listening, Brad Tay, big shout out to you, my friend. He'll be missing a couple of weeks, next week as well, excuse me. And he will be back the following. She's gone away, has the Brad Tay. And, well, here comes Bender. Can he get it done? No, he spent his battery, Pills. He's going to send it. He's going to send it. He did. Blue Dog gave him all the room in the world there, didn't he? And, well, old Footy Bender up into P8.
Yeah, definitely great move by old Footy Bender. But it's just worth noticing that they're closing that gap on Macedonian again. So Macedonian really is struggling at the moment on those mediums.
He is. He certainly is.
So I don't really know what's going on with his car. He looked okay in the first few laps, but obviously his pace has dropped. So must be an overheating issue on those tyres. Just can't cool them down because every corner just comes at you. But you are right. It's like a roller coaster, this track. I mean, one after the other is relentless.
Yep.
But probably one of the most fun tracks to drive on the calendar. So we'll see what happens here, because old Footy Bender and Blue Dog pulling themselves closer and closer. But as you were just flicked over, Fury straight all over the back of Chasey Dane.
Oh, there's nowhere to pass through here. Oh, he's going to make it. He's going to send it. Oh, this is risky. Chasey gives him all the room in the world. And up into P11 from Fury, of course. D-Mac Attack is next on his hit list, and, well, quite a little bit up the road is Blue Dog. So, well, there's some gaps starting to appear here, and there's Masso. Wow, they have pulled him right in there, Pills. I reckon he does have a problem with pressures and suspension settings. I reckon they're cooking those mediums on the Masso. Let's go on board just to see how much he is struggling at the moment. Yeah, big lifts everywhere at the moment. Just got no grip there, Pills. No grip at all. And, well, very good there. But I think old Footy Bender's just biding his time. The worst part about it is Bender's got no battery. Bender has got no battery to attack. And, well, he's maybe used it all to, well, to play catch-up from that earlier mishap with him and, excuse me, Dino. And Pils, you're on mute. He's probably at work. He certainly is at work. I'll keep this one going, of course. This is probably where we're going to sit here, folks. Here or Bopton and 2-5. It's a bit of a seesawing act. Bopton on 83%, 2-5 on 16%. And if you ask me, Bopton is in the box seat with that one. Bender just a little bit too far back, but he's got the DRS. He has got the DRS. He has saved some battery this lap, folks. And let's just see how Bender gets on. He should have Macedonian. He absolutely should. He put the overtake button on way too early. He's got no juice to get it done. Is he going to send it? He certainly is. Masso's not going to give him anything, though. There is Macedonian. There is Bender. They are Cypher. They've touched. They've touched. They're still touching. Wowee. And who is that in the background? That is Blue Dog. Well, Blue Dog wants a piece of this too here, folks. Unbelievable. Macedonian, old footy Bender, just locking wheels there, and none of them could get by, but the Bender does, and up into P7. It is now Blue Dog's turn. I wonder if the Masso man's better off getting in the pit lane, getting rid of that set, and living to fight another day. He's just losing so much time. Hand over fist on that... on that Marlboro, as Droftas in the chat. Let me just put my other screen up because Pils isn't here anymore. Bumpton also has his fuel light on. Yes, he certainly does have his fuel light on. Oh, it's on, off. He's on the limit as the Bob Tooney. And, well, let's just see who else does. Macedonian, the Blue Dog, and, well, Tactical Genius. Well, leading this one quite comfortably is the Tack, and paying some homage, of course, is, well, Milligain's leaving the pit lane, but he's had a lonesome race, has the Tack. And up there in P1, 5.4 seconds ahead, if you don't mind. And, well, there is Dino. I reckon we're going to see some action here, folks. We've just seen some pitters, of course, Blue Dog, Bopton, 2-5, all getting rid of that medium compound. And there you go, exiting onto track. Milligains is the first of the pitters, of course, and we'll just get this to leader, just to see where everyone is, of course. And at the moment, currently, 17.9. You're going to lose about 18 seconds here. And, yes, he certainly did there. Yeah, certainly. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Bill. Droft. I got my eyes... I got my eyes a million bucks. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, but well, for one, it's a compliment. For the other one, it's not. And I'll leave you folks at home to make up your mind.
Yeah, let's not go there.
No, that's it. That's it, mate. That's it. That's good. That's exactly right. Exactly right, Phil.
Just remember, I've got a replay of me overtaking from last season. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, Phil. You're welcome.
But no, we'll see now. Milligain's obviously going for that for the undercut here, so this is where Tactical needs to obviously pump in the last Macedonian box, and I think he'd be happy to get rid of those medium tyres now because I think they're shot.
Absolutely.
Just pick himself up a 5-second penalty for spinning into the pit lane.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pils, I mean, I don't know if it's a glitch in the game or if it's something like that, but there's been quite a number of boys who've got 5-second time penalties on this one. And, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the footage, of course. We'll get this back to intervals, of course. And there they are there. Sorry, folks. Bopton come out behind 2-5, of course, on the hard compound. Now, let's just see how 2-5 goes. Maybe he was really suffering on some worn mediums, but, well, the Boptoonie has dropped off a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that gap, though, Pils. But Blue Dog and Fury, there it is there. And Blue Dog will be trying his damnedest to hang on. So will Chasey Dane, of course. Suicide 5 and Johnny M4, excuse me, after that early touch, early doors, will find themselves down in 13th and 14th. Quite a number of seconds off the pace.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I think the gap there is Macedonian 11.5 seconds behind Bopton now. Obviously trying to warm those hards up when they come out of the pits, but he's going to be under pressure from T-Mac Attack if he ain't careful, who is on obviously 11-lap old hards. They might not have the grip advantage, but they have the warmth advantage at the moment. As Dino is now in the pit lane, so that's promoting old footy Bender up.
Absolutely.
He's 13.7 behind, so he's about 19.8 behind Tactical. So it's the more
that's close. That's close, mate. It is absolutely close. You're going to lose about 20 seconds around here for a pit stop. So Tactical has just really got to start putting his head down and putting in these laps. Maybe he can jump Milligains. Maybe he can jump him. And I'll tell you what, with fresher tyres towards the end, at this track, Pils, I wouldn't mind being in that spot.
No, neither would I. But the only issue is it's like a Hungary. Well, I mean, it's kind of like a Hungary. It's kind of like a Monaco.
Yeah.
Where track position is so vital to
Yeah,
the race that
absolutely.
unless you are a second quicker and you are on that guy's ass coming out of banking, it's hard to get the move done, especially if you know how to defend properly.
Exactly right there. As Chasey Dane has crept right up to the back of Blue Dog here. Just 5/10 of a second now, folks. And, well, these two will be loving it as well. Chasey Dane. Oh, he's around! Chasey's around! No, no, no! As Blue Dog breathes a sigh of relief and probably has a bit of a chuckle under that helmet as he tries to reel in Fury. Fury is doing a great job. There is T-Mac. And Fury all over him like a rash. T-Mac must be feeling it, but it's not his race. Fury is not his race. We're seeing a change for position as your guy JC comes out of the pit lane. Old footy bender in P3. Yet to stop, of course. Well, he did stop. Excuse me, no, he didn't. Yet to stop, of course. And he will be making a stop very, very shortly. Probably in the next 3 or 4 laps, I would dare say. These hards can't go too much longer, though, Pills. I reckon 20 laps, 22, 24 laps tops is the most you're going to get out of them around here.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it will be about a medium, a set of mediums for old footy bender.
Yep.
Possibly a set of softs if he can drag them out long enough. But the gap that we really need to keep an eye on is this tactical and Miller Gaines gap. It's 19.2 when I had a little butchers. It still is now. A few more tenths. Obviously, that 5 seconds is going to come into play for Miller Gaines. So he needs to step on it now for a bit. And hope that tactical has either a slow pit stop or a horrendous outlap.
Well, tactical has boxed, and we're going to keep an eye on Miller Gaines to see what's happening. There is movement in the pit lane. There's movement. Tactical's left. He's going to do it. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Oh, there he is. Where's Miller Gaines? There's Miller Gaines. This is going to be bloody close. There's Tactical on the inside. Oh, holy moly. They're going to come out of the exit of turn 1 together. There they are. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's just done it, has the Millie. And battle resumes. 6/10 of a second, Pills. I'll tell you what, Tactical be licking his lips. He wants to keep within that DRS zone. He's got to warm up those tyres nicely, of course, and bring them into the picture.
Look what he's just lost, though. Look what he's lost out of 4.
Yeah.
He's lost half a second
Half
out of
a
4,
second.
which is massive for Miller Gaines now. Needs to keep pushing this lap because once those hard tyres warm up from Tactical Genius, he's not going to get that sort of gap, so he needs to work it now.
Absolutely, Pills. Absolutely, of course. And, well, the gaps have stabilised. Excuse me. T-Mac attack. Oh, there he is there. Bit of a seesaw effect on that steering wheel. Mr. Fury Strat chasing down Macedonian, who seems to have held his station ever since he boxed and got rid of that set of mediums, of course. Currently on 3-lap old hards. Going to the end. Yet to stop is old footy bender. And he's got to be close, though, Pills. He has got to be close. When's he going to stop? Of course, we're approaching lap 21. Well, there it is there. We are on lap 21 of 36. And he is still going around, of course, as we'll flick back down towards Blue Dog and T-Mac. The two JPSs, and, well, just clocking up some points, of course. Championship points is what it's all about, Pills. And Bopton and 2-5. Well, gap has stabilised. Bopton just can't match it with him at the moment.
No, he can't. And that's the problem. So, obviously, Bopton has lost that time that he spent so well, obviously, trying to get back on those mediums. But, obviously, he doesn't want to push it too hard because being a lone Puma, they are relying on him getting points. So, for me personally, if I was in Bopton's position, you know you've got a 6.5 second gap behind. All right, yeah, maybe it could be 1.8 to 2.5, but at the moment, points are points, and he's the only Puma out there, and must be hard on the back for Bopton.
Yeah, he's doing a solid job. Is the Bopton, but yeah, as you did say, the only Puma out there, and well, it'll be interesting to say what the team chat. I reckon the circle jerk has been happening behind the scenes, and I'm going to sort that shit out very, very soon, Pills, because it is disgusting what's happened tonight. But yes, Fury Strat all over the back of Macedonian, and we will fix this one up. Oh, it's just thrown me, Pills. Oh, I better not get too worked up. We are on air. But yes, Bopton just doing his job, and Fury Strat all over Macedonian. I'm going to leave it with you for 1 second, Pills. I need a drink, mate.
Yep, no worries. Obviously, Fury Strat now in that DRS range, and it's going to be... Right, all I saw was dribbling midget. Draft, first and foremost, fuck yourself. But back to the action. Fury Strat obviously not getting that move done. Bopton, obviously 1.8. 3.1 is the gap now at the moment between Miller Gaines and Tactical Genius. And it's only 4 lap different in tyres, so 1.8 is what Millie needs. what Millie needs, Millie normally gets. So let's hope this is another one of those situations where Milliganes can pull this 5 second in case that isn't. If a case that penalty is obviously wrong.
Well, that's exactly what he'd be trying to do, of course, and we'll flick them up for everybody at home. And look at that, they're all speeding in the pit lane. 4 of them to boot, exactly their pills. And, well, very, very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. Old Footy Bender yet to stop us. We did touch on waiting to see what he does. He's approaching that soft window, though, isn't he, Pills? Oh, no, he's in.
He is indeed.
He's in now, and I reckon that'll be a set of mediums. Too long for the softs to go. Your guy, JC, they're going to see a bit of a shuffle here, folks, as, well, the gaps have stabilised. Fury all over Masso, and that's probably where we're going to sit here, Pills. The only gap on track. It's worth watching, of course. Half a second, and, well, this should be done very, very shortly. Let's just see. I'll tell you what, though, Macedonian, they're roughly on the same amount of battery life here, Pills, so maybe, just maybe, they've both got to do a bit of a charge and, well, defend and attack. Well, hang on a minute. What's happened here? Excuse me. No, yeah, they're just biding their time, Pills. And both got 5 second penalties. This will be a battle on track. And, well, in front of them is Old Footy Bender. Just come out on the medium. And, well, this is where his race is going to count. This is what it all means to him, of course. Yes, the medium, the quicker of the two, of the hard and the medium, of course. And, well, he's the only one in the top 7, well, the top 10 on the medium. And a fresh set, mind you. And he should start really creeping in on Dino. We're going to keep an eye on these the gaps at the moment. But there you go. He's just taken 2/10 out of Dino just like that. Bopton's dropped a little bit back off 2.5 here. And that's not going to help his cause at all. Bender, whack, with a 3 second time penalty. 2.5 is starting to get his groove on now. And starting to make inroads. Your guy, JC, with the fastest lap of a 1 minute 13.811.
Yeah, it's obviously that 3 second time penalty. 3 second time penalty for Old Footy Bender is not ideal.
No,
not where he wanted.
Not where he wanted
to
be.
do, especially straight out of the pit lane as well. So that is going to cost him massively towards the back end of this race. He can get close. Fury Strat's still all over the back of Macedonian, but Old Footy Bender doesn't look like he's gapping Macedonian as much as what I thought at the moment. So interesting to see what happens there.
Well, very interesting to say the least, of course. He should be. Well, I mean, it's one of them things, though, Pills. This game, I mean, you would think that, you know, the quicker tyre, yes, you should creep up. But as we saw in real life, it's really only when the boys put on the softs, wasn't it? They really, really made end grounds, but they just don't last. The mediums, and all right, yes, a brand new set of mediums and a brand new set of hards. There is a massive difference. But when they're both in at that temperature, oh, Pills, I don't think there's much of a difference at all, of course. And, well, I mean, we don't have the luxury of going what they do in real life of the hardness of the compound C1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, it's just whatever the game gives you, and it's the hard, medium, and the soft. And, well, the way it stands at the moment, there doesn't seem to be too much of a difference.
No, there isn't. It's strange. I thought there would be a bit more of a grip advantage straight out the pit lane, but clearly not. So maybe the hards maybe it's just worth sticking with the mediums to start with. But I mean, maybe at the back end of the race when the hards start going off, it might obviously swing back to
well,
Bender's way.
Well, let's hope so. And he'll be hoping that too, of course, as Fury just got by Macedonian. And Macedonian's dropped down to 9th. Let's just go for these position changes for everybody at home. And there they are there. Well, even though he's up 1 spot, very uncharacteristic from him. He started 10th. He's up into 9th. Fury down 5, of course. He made that uncharacteristic spin. And he's looking to fight back, of course. And I've got to put a driver of the day poll out there, Pills. So pick him up. Pick a spot, mate. Pick a spot.
Let's go. I mean, who's the battle? Really, let's go Macedonian Fury Strat. Really, I think that's the only closest battle we got on there. So, well, we'll stick with this one. Into Sector 3, obviously, through the little stadium section. We go and into the banking. Obviously, probably one of the best corners in Formula 1 is this banking. You can obviously get a little bit back end happy, and it can all go tumbling down from there. As I just quickly sort that. There we go. But it looks like Macedonian is actually sticking with Fury Strat now, which is ideal, as obviously he wasn't before. But obviously, still 10 laps left to go. It is 5.1 at the top. So Milliganes has got that gap now, thankfully. Well, for my side of things, as being a Marlboro driver, which is all that matters for me. Obviously, Macedonian and Chase Dane, obviously, first, 9th, and 13th.
Well,
But
the
another
votes for the
good
driver,
show from Samsung as well.
the votes for the driver of the day have gone out, Pills. You can vote for Milliganes, Tactical, Opton, Dino, and T-Mac.
Yep. I mean, it's up to them. I'll have a little witches, Milliganes, obviously. Actually need to log in on my PC.
Well, I mean, let's hope.
Us with a hashtag Team Samsung.
Hashtag Team Samsung. Well, don't know, mate. The Samsung at the moment in 7th, 8th, and 3rd. Well, they're the only one with 4 cars out there at the moment. And maybe that's what he's referring to. Is that right? Is that right? That could be right, though, Pills. There's the only team out there with 4 cars out there at the moment. And that is Team Samsung. So, old footy bender. Who's, well, you can see, well, Fury. Where is Fury? Can we see him in the distance? Not quite just yet. But Fury will be doing everything he can to catch up to Bender. Let's have a look at the top because, well, interesting to note, Tactical has dropped out of that 5 seconds, which means at the moment, the way it stands, Pills, if the checker flag was to fall, Milliganes would win.
That's what we like to hear, Gav.
Of course,
Not
mate.
trying to be biased or anything.
Oh, well, I mean, you have got your Marlboro team hat on, of course, yes. Nicholas is a Marlboro driver. Excuse me, for the Europe division. And, excuse me. They tackle this magnificent track a little bit later on, folks. As you can really see, wow, where's Fury? There is Fury. What's going on here? He's up in the 7th. Holy moly. And, well, 7.2 seconds to Dino. Bender has dropped. Oh, Bender's around. Bender's around. Bender's around. No. And that has dropped him towards the back. And promoted T-Mac up into P9, which he started from the back of the grid, which must be said. Doing a great job is T-Mac.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me.
Where are we looking? T-Mac and obviously, yeah, so obviously the JPS boys 2nd, 9th, 10th. Good showing for them. Castro, 4th, 6th, and 14th. So, I mean, it's fairly even with the points. Obviously, yeah, I think Droftas coming in the chat clutch, saying that's the 2nd spin, because obviously he was in front of Fury and Macedonian.
Yeah.
Obviously dropped behind him and then obviously spun again. So, not ideal for him at all. But
oh, hang on a minute. There is a Castrol. There is a slow Castrol. Who is that? Who is that? That's Dino. Oh, Dino must have lost it. He's still got a full front wing. He still can keep going. Keep it going, Dino. You've only got 6 laps to go, son. You can bring her home, mate. Bring her home. We're all in his corner. Is that a shocking F122 as Dino? As what's going on with Masso saying he's left the session?
Masso's lagged out, isn't he? Masso is lagged out right when he was on the back of Dino. That could have been P7 for Macedonia. That is going to be a kick in the teeth.
Oh, well,
I mean, that's unbelievable. But looking at the gap at the top of his 6 seconds, Milligan on the hard seems a lot more comfortable than where he was on the mediums. So that's obviously good for him.
Masso's back.
Other than that, good. That's what we like to hear. But the gaps have stabilised now. Nobody in each other's DRS.
No.
So this is down to tactical, really. I think the only gap that we can really focus on is tactical. He's taken 3/10 out of, well, it did take 3/10 out of him, but clearly hasn't now. Out of Milligan. So obviously 8/10 on, sorry, a second is where the gap is with 7 laps left to go. Be interesting to see where we are on the last lap of those two.
Oh, mate, I think it's going to be, yeah, very, very interesting. I think maybe, well, Tactical's got the tyre life, of course, as we do know. 6 more laps will mean, well, towards that last lap, on that last lap, Tactical will be on 16-lap old hards. Millie will be on 20-lap old hards. Maybe, just maybe. That's, well, look at the gap. Look at it just drop. Look at it just drop. It just dropped a few tenths there, Pills. And, well, maybe, just maybe. Tax no slouch. He knows what's going on. And he's just hanging around that 5.6 second mark, knowing that Milliganes has a 5-second penalty, and he's starting to reel him in now, Pills.
Yeah, he is obviously 4 lap fresher hard as well. I mean, that will obviously go to him towards the back end of this race. So, I mean, he's reeled him in by a good second this lap. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell has gone on with Milligames. Must have made a mistake somewhere. But yeah, he might need to start pumping that ERS just a little bit more out of a few corners where he wouldn't want to, because under that 5 seconds.
It is
now,
under
so
that 5 seconds, yes.
unless Tactical suddenly found some pace on those hards, this isn't looking good for Milligames, obviously. P2 is still P2 for the championship leader, and that's all that matters to him, is to keep extending. But, I mean, as a racer, you want to get that win, but that gap is closing ferociously at the moment. So
Absolutely it is. Tactical looking for his, I think it might be his first win of the season. Has been on the podium many times before, but I don't think he's clocked up one just yet. Don't quote me on it, folks. I'll have to check my facts, and I'll get back to you in a little bit longer. But yes, Chasey Dane, let's have a little bit of respect towards the back. Johnny M4, well, he's just circulating at the moment in 14th. Same with Chasey. Suicide 5, same deal with him. An old footy bender, well, after that second spin from him, down in P11. Blue Dog and T-Mac attack. There they are there, the two teammates in 10 and 9, and Macedonian in P8. Looking to really creep up on Dino, but I tell you what, since a couple of laps ago when Masso lagged out there, Pills, Dino has got his mojo back, and he's really put the foot down. He started to get Macedonian yet again, and he just, well, let's just see how many seconds Fury has for everybody. So they're all 5 seconds except for old footy bender with 3.
Yeah, obviously there's a few clean skins, as you would say, out there.
Yeah.
But there's a few, obviously, with a couple of them with some speed in the pit lane penalties, which isn't ideal. It is a hard pit lane to get right. Is this one, because it comes at you pretty quickly. But looking at it, it's now 4 seconds at the top. It's 3.9 towards back of your guy JC. Obviously, he isn't going to be picking up any extra positions unless there's a massive mistake coming in from Milligames. So those 16 lap old hards, maybe not the right call, obviously, to go early. The undercut worked out for the start, but it's come back to Milligames to Tactical very, very nicely.
Exactly right there, mate. And, well, Milligames, he's trying, mate, he's absolutely trying, but, well, Tactical just got that tyre life in his back pocket at the moment, as we'll flick back to where Bopton, because Bopton is really, he's closed in on 2-5 a little bit. I wonder if 2-5's made a mistake. Because Bopton has been there, relentless pressure, all Grand Prix. And I tell you what, I'm proud of the little guy. Recently, a father is the Bop Tooney, and doing a stellar job. Big Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in Oz and New Zealand yesterday, of course. And, well, Bopton experiencing his first one as a dad, currently in P5. And I'll tell you what, the 2-5 is feeling him.
I'm pretty sure this has got to be...
Oh!
Wait, 2-5's let him go.
2-5's let him go.
Hey?
What is going on out there?
Oh, did he just...
Did he do that for a bit of a DRS?
Yeah, but you've played it all wrong.
He played it way wrong.
That was horrendous. What's he doing?
I don't know. It's like they were teammates there.
Who does he think he is? Get back in your box.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, I mean, Short Pills, you'd be loving that. You'd be loving that at the moment. Of course, a bit of a personal joke, folks. But yes, we won't go there. But 2-5 all over Bopton now, and giving him some of what he's been giving him. Oh, come on, Bopton. Keep your head, son. Don't be intimidated by this pot one. You got this, mate. Just bring her home to the flag. Stunning job up in P4 at the moment. And, well, the driver of the day poll is about to end, folks. Let's just see who is leading that one. Rightly so. The Bop Tooney. Yes, absolutely rightly so. He's a pot 4 in P4. And doing a great job. And let's just pick this one up. He's 2-5. There he is there. Well, that is the closest battle on track. It's very interesting to say the least. But have a look at Tactical. Close right up, Pills. It is now 3 seconds.
Yeah, it is indeed. So, obviously, those hards on Milligames just not working as what they want it to be. 2-5 can't get the job done down the start-finish straight, as Bopson has got that ERS advantage, but how long that's going to last, I don't know. Obviously, if Bopson wants to defend that much, but you can just obviously let him go if he really wanted to. Be smart about it. Let him go. Get him on the final lap, because Bopson has the advantage in Sector 3. You can see the gain he gets out of a little stadium section. He gets a couple of tenths on him, so you can pull a couple of tenths and let him go. Bopton will have him in his back pocket. I mean, he's had him, there or thereabouts all race. So,
all race. All race made in a...
Hang on, what's happened to 2-5? 2-5's dropped off. 2-5 made a mistake, so that's just an easy dub for Bopton there for P4. So, yeah, 2.4 is the gap, so Bopton can just chill really now.
He can chill now.
We were going to get excited. There's no point in that.
Oh no, he just took all the wind out of our sails. But the closest one to watch really is Dino. Dino can jump up on pens, and so can T-Mac. T-Mac is currently 4.3 seconds behind the Masso, who has a 5-second time penalty, and so does Fury, of course. And well, Dino will jump up into P6. Macedonian and T-Mac will jump up. The way it stands at the moment, up into P8. So, well, we're approaching the final lap of this Grand Prix. 2 to go. Your guy JC in P3. Very lonesome race from him. He just keeps on keeping on, does JC. And, well, the poll has ended. The driver of the day, as voted by you, the folks out there in the good Twitch land, is Bopton. Wins the driver of the day. Congratulations, Bopton. Great drive by you. Yet to bring it home, of course, there is still 1.5 laps remaining. We'll go to the leader, and there he is there. Tell you what, Tactical has been taking chunks out of him this lap, Pills. And, well, let's just see how they fare, of course. He can see him. He can see him now. He can see him. There he is in the distance. The last lap. Ring-a-ding-ding. And, yes, 5 seconds has got Milligains a penalty. And, well, he's going to lose that lead regardless, but... Have a look at JC there, Pills. Have a look, Pills. I'll tell you what, Milligains could drop to third.
Milligains going to drop to third. Milligains just hasn't got any pace on those hard tyres now. There's a yellow flag. That is a Samsung. That must be old footy bender, I'd imagine, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is the bender. So, yeah, looking at it right now, it's 4.7 on this last
Oh, Jesus!
He has and more.
He's got no battery. He's got 10% battery. What's JC got? 11%. Tactical, he's got 40%. I'll tell you what, Milligains is a sitting duck right about now. He's going to keep his podium. But as it stands, mate, he's in P3. He will cross the line first. And, well, those penalties will shake things up, of course. But, yes, we're going to stay with him.
It's not going to be enough. It's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
Milligains is 4.4, 4.3, and it's just he needs 7/10 of the sector. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, no way.
He has to throw it in there. He has to throw his car in places where it doesn't probably want to grip now.
Well, I mean, he's on the podium.
JC's made a mistake.
Oh no! Has he? No, he hasn't.
Little one. But
Get your Marlboro hat off. Get your Marlboro hat off. As here he goes. Milligains is going to take the checkered flag. Absolutely. He's going to lose it though. Tactical will take the win. Absolutely he will. Will JC get P2? He does. Milligains P3. Bopton, solid drive. P4 from the Boptoonie. Great drive by him. Driver of the day, if you don't mind. Mr. Fury Strat, will he keep that? What's going on here at the back? What's going on? Dino, 2.5, Dino. 2.5's made an error. Has he made an error? Has he got no fuel? He's got no fuel.
He's got no fuel. He's going to be fine, but he's got no fuel.
He's got no fuel. Well.
I mean, at least he crossed the line. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Now, Bulldog's been passed by Chasey Dane, so that's huge for those boys. Macedonian coming home in 8th. Chasey Dane will be 9th. Old Footy Bender's dropped again past and Suicide 5's grabbed him. So, yeah, it's all kind of stagnated right at the end of the Grand Prix.
Wow, very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. Whoa.
Hang on, Blue Dog hasn't got any fuel.
Blue Dog's got no fuel either. You know what? Sucked in for underfueling. Sucked in. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
This is why you never underfuel.
That's why you never do it. Never do it. P12 for Blue Dog. And I'll bring these up. There you go. Dino scores. The game has given it to Dino. But the viewers have given it to the Boptoonie. Dino scores. Dino scores. Dino scores. Woohoo.
It's about damn time, but I'm going to have to leave you there, Gav.
Yeah, all right, mate. Thank you very much, Pills. Much appreciated, mate.
You're never a chore. Catch you later.
See you, brother. As Tactical takes the fastest lap as well with a 1 minute 13.189. as we'll let this roll through for the stewards who do a great job every week. Let that flick up, and then we'll go down to the bottom for the times. And there we go. Just let that go. We're going to change rooms, folks. We're going to get these drivers in for an interview, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, I just missed it. We got a new follower, Southern. Whoa, Southern Sasquatch. Put that back up again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Formula 4 Racing. The Aussie division has just been run and won. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. I tell you what, by Tactical Genius on pens, of course. But let's just get to these driver interviews. Might start off with our third place man, led the whole Grand Prix. Not too sure if there was if that was a legit speeding in the pit lane or not there, Millie. But just talk us through it, mate. Of course, cross the line first. And with that 5-second time penalty, we'll drop you down to third, mate. But nevertheless, a podium, just what the doctor ordered, mate, after last week. And, well, back on top of things, mate. Congratulations on a great drive.
Jeez. Unfortunately, I don't know. I swear to God, like I could swear on everything that I was speeding.
Yeah.
Lane said 60, so
Oh, sorry, you've just broken up there, mate. What was that?
not sure how much you can take this game to heart considering how broken it is. But,
Yeah, I
no,
know,
was
mate.
pretty
I
sure
know.
that I wasn't speeding, but
Yeah.
the game gave me it.
Well,
Unfortunately, I had to fuel save as well, so I
yes.
just got back into the race. I just don't know what I did there. I'm lucky to even put it across the line without dying out in the last sector. So,
Well, I mean, Millie, if it makes you feel any better, you weren't the only one, mate. There was a few boys that ran out of fuel just on that last corner, and I mean, you brought her home. That's the main thing. And if you've got your footage, and if it was all legit and nothing untoward regarding that 5-second time penalty, you've got all your footage. Regardless, of course, you can you submit to have that removed. But of course, nevertheless, we go off what the game has been given. You leading this championship. Just keep on keeping on, Millie. Doing a solid job this season. Congratulations. It is awesome to see your fortunes turn around. And well done on another great drive, mate. Congratulations.
cheers, boys.
All right, we'll go to our second place man. And, well, P2, your guy, JC. Well, very much of the same from him. I tell you what, it's usually what happens. I need my mate Housey because every time we get the boys in for their first interview, all the juices start flowing. And JC, whack, he's back again. 2 weeks in a row, P2. Talk us through it, JC.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say.
Well, of course, if you hadn't worked out by now, folks, our resident Canadian is JC. And yes, doesn't talk like an Aussie, but acts like one. And that's the main thing.
I've been working on my mate.
That's it, mate. But yeah, talk us through it, JC. I mean, a bit of a lonely race for you, mate. But I mean, it was just a matter of keeping your focus, keeping your head down, trying not to make those mistakes. And well, we brought it home in P2. Tell you what, doing your championship no favours at all. Absolutely stunning. P2 in the championship as well. So congratulations, mate. Yeah, talk us through it. I mean, like I said, what was the most difficult part of that race? Because for me, if it was me, it would have been just about keeping the focus and making sure you're hitting your apexes, your braking zones, all sorts of things, and not making mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. So just to start off, I thought the race was going to be wet to start. So I put on like a high downforce setup that
Wow.
is quick around there, but is not a good race setup. So I was very vulnerable.
Yep.
To anybody behind. But off the start, like I thought I had a really good start and I was up beside Milligains, but I understeered into him and I felt awful about that. But I'm glad that we got through that all right.
Yes.
And then tactical Milligains, Fury, they were just way too quick. There was nothing I could do. I didn't feel like fighting.
Yep.
Them into the first turn because it would just be a losing battle and there'd be a lot of tears from more than just me, I'm sure. So let them go and tried to just race my race. And once I kind of got into that rhythm just before the pit window opened, I was just keeping my eyes on the delta behind for 2.5 because he was right there.
Yep.
In that window where he could undercut me or whatever. So that really kept me kind of tweaked throughout the race. Was watching him and making sure that he was staying far enough back and.
Well, I mean, that's a good little segue a little bit for later on there, JC, because he was getting there is a reason why the Bopton won the driver of the day, but he was right up 2.5's clacker all Grand Prix. He had his hands full, and I think his focus was distracted from your rear wing there a little bit, mate. But nevertheless, well, solid drive, mate. JC, let me just bring these up before I let you go, my friend. And where are they? We're just up here. Excuse me. 1 second. So JC, pot 2 driver, currently, before this Grand Prix, on 101 points, just 19 points behind Milligains. I tell you what, JC, she's heating up. Wow. A little way to go, but I tell you what, mate, you're looking bloody good. And where are we next week? Excuse me, folks. I should know all this stuff all off the top of my hand. Next week we are at, Monza, and so one of the temples of speed. And looking forward to seeing how the boys get on there. But nevertheless, JC, great drive from you. P2. That's 2 weeks in the interview room, mate. Congratulations, brother.
I'm going to get addicted.
Well, I hope to see you next week, my friend.
No, cheers. Thank you. And congratulations to everybody. Good race.
No worries. All right, we'll move up to our race winner. Oh, tactical. I tell you what, this has been a long time coming. And, let's just hope for your sake that Millie's penalty holds. But if it doesn't, you'll be demoted down to P2. But nevertheless, P1 in this one. Talk us through it, tactical.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it has been a long time coming.
It certainly has.
I've been close many times before, but very happy to get P1 in this race. I actually thought I had no chance halfway through that race. I was minus 1 lap on fuel. Really shocked there wasn't a safety car. So that's fuel save. So besides the fuel save, really saw Millie got that 5 seconds. So I knew I had a little bit of wiggle room. But then towards the end, he started dropping off pace too. So yeah, pretty lucky. I think I was really annoyed because this is one of my favourite tracks, and I thought I actually had the pace to.
Well, you did. You certainly did.
We were both going 100%, but yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the win.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of got to the point now where we're doing all right. We're doing consistently to what could have been if I didn't have those 2 incidents at Hungary.
Well, I mean, let's not relive the nightmare, mate. Let's not. let's not relive the nightmare, of course. We do touch on it quite regularly, Tack, that the first 4 rounds, you would have to, well, it was 50-50, wasn't it? You had a 100% success rate on the podium, but only had 2 podiums. We could also say you had, well, we won't go there, but yes, you had very unlucky. Very, very unlucky was the Tack. And, well, I tell you what, he's come on leaps and bounds at the moment. And, well, what were you before this one, Tack? Yes, 76 points prior to going live. So that's just helped your cause a hell of a lot, mate. And looking forward to seeing your speed around Monza, which I know you have, mate. Looking forward to that one.
That's it. We keep going on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. So that was our top 3, everybody. And now for our driver of the day, the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, I don't think I've ever done a driver interview with this lad. I've known this lad for quite a number of game cycles. The newly crowned father. Welcome, Bopton, to the commentary box. Driver of the day, brother. Congratulations. That was a stunning effort from you. The only Puma on the grid, holding your own, holding up the team. Jesus, your back must be sore. Congratulations, Bop. What a drive.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, nah. It was definitely a fun race. I don't really like Netherlands, but yeah, I took a risk. I ran 36 laps of fuel.
Oh, yep.
On the dot.
Yeah.
So I was lifting and coasting the whole race pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why I was behind 2.5. I was just getting a tow from him the whole race pretty much.
Oh, I tell you what, I would have loved to. I know that you boys probably would have been in a party together. I wonder if you were tormenting him a little bit there, Bopton. Because I tell you what, you had some speed, mate. I reckon the Mamba was sweating bullets.
Yeah, no, I definitely felt quick tonight. But, yeah, no, I was just focused, really, and I just knew I'd stay in that DRS zone if I wanted to save some fuel, and
yep,
I got my fuel down, and he obviously didn't. And that's how I ended up passing him.
Yeah, so. Yeah, that's right. So there was a few that run out of fuel. Excuse me. Towards the end there, and well, that time behind the Mamba just saved you as well. So very, very interesting to see the way the boys have gone approaching this one. But nevertheless, Bopton. Well, that was a stunning drive. Congratulations. Well-deserved driver of the day, the Pot 4 Puma. Everybody, that is the Bopton. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Cheers, lads.
No worries. All right, folks. We're going to end this one right about now. But if you're up and about, I'd say about 5 a.m. Australian time, Tuesday morning, or 8 p.m. Monday evening for the UK lads, yes, they will be going live roughly about 8 to 9 hours after we finish this one. And, yeah, you can catch them there. Bloomstar and All Shot Down will be your hosts. I am Simi Skate. We hope you've enjoyed watching that one. We are Formula 4 Racing from us for now. Goodbye.